Yo, welcome to another Sunday at the Gentleman's Club with these four ugly motherfuckers here. I got Jock, SB, Eli, and then we got my man Derek. I'm gonna let them go ahead and introduce themselves, but y'all know me. It's Mike,
Mr.
baby.
Controversial.
Mr. Controversial. I like that. Mr. Controversial.
You ain't doing no feeding this man's ego.
Hey, I like that name though. I like
Hey
that.
man, you know what? Hey, if we don't help build brother up, then who else gonna do it?
I built myself up, brother.
See, look, there you
Hey,
go. There you go.
hey,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, let him build himself up, but at the same time, guess what we gonna do? We gonna hype him up too. We gotta hype each other up.
There we go.
Nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back to another one. This your boy Jock.
Hey, please make sure you let everybody know what's
back
up
for
with your
another banger.
Instagram, man.
If you don't know, my old Instagram got hacked, so please don't follow that one no more. Follow the new one. Shit. Let's get this episode going. What's up?
I thought that nigga bought a Range Rover. I was
like, boy, what? I wish. Niggas calling me, bro. You bought a Range? Maybe don't pay me enough for that. I don't know what type of money y'all think we get, but it ain't that.
Hey, we working though. We working. We
working on it. Y'all working on it.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you know the I'm Justice. That's it. Here for another episode, man. Make sure y'all like, comment. Hey, look, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video, man. We good. Go ahead, Eli.
Eli.
Yeah, what it ain't, man. You already know what it is. This is guy that we here. That's some good talk today.
Oh, he came on Demon Time, bro, in the beater.
Hey, I noticed that too. He said we talking healthy fitness. Let's get it in.
Hey, Eli, what is so refreshing, Eli?
Bro says, sun's out, guns out.
The whole time, but I got up off the couch and they noticed me to the beach so we can do this. I just literally I ain't even, man. I could have bed for.
Yeah, man. So last but not least, Derek, you want to introduce yourself? Give everybody your Instagram name and everything.
Man, Derek. Instagram is DSI Health and Fitness. Personal trainer. And you know that's about it. I want a cool name. You know what? I want some headphones because everybody got headphones. I ain't really pictures. I got no headphones.
Hey,
I ain't got mine.
Yeah, man. Well, first things first, man. Cigars up, drinks up. I'm a
drinks up, Eli.
I'm naked.
Eli, he being petty. He being petty at this point.
It's up, man. So I guess I'll pop it off the first question, man. Just kind of get our guest in here and get a little bit more information out of you. So Derek, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into health and fitness?
Man, of course. So about 5 years or 6 years ago, you know, I was about 250, about 260. Like in my mind, I had to think I'm 6'2", you know, 6'2", 6'3", but in reality, I might be 5'6", 5'7". So.
That's a big height difference, my boy.
Yeah. In my mind, I'm tall.
You got lips on.
Yeah. So in reality, I'm about 5'7", 5'8", and back then I was like about 250, 260. Typically not really. Yeah, I was out there. Joe just getting in a journey. Just wanted to change. You know, I had kids, so. I wanted to change. My first indication, like, of course, you want to lose weight or you want to gain muscle. That's not really the first indication. The first indication is when you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see. That's the first indication to change. That's when you want to like, all right, I gotta fix this. So of course that was me, and then I developed depression. Shortly after that, I was like, you know, looking at my kids, I gotta change this. So in that journey, I changed it. I changed that process. I changed my eating, and everything kind of switched and fell into place after that. And then after that, I wanted to, all right, man. I knew how I felt. I knew my mindset was back then. I want to change and help somebody else because I knew somebody else is depressed. I knew somebody else didn't want to do it. You know, didn't want to get up and go to the gym. So I was like, all right, now it's my time to help somebody else to fix that process.
Okay.
I definitely respect that.
Was it a hard journey to overcome, or was it like once you was in it, you was in it?
It definitely was hard. It definitely was hard. I don't want to lie to you. It definitely was hard. It had its challenges. When you work out for 2 weeks and you don't see results, you kind of just want to say, "Man, if I do something, I do something else. I ain't feeling it." So it's gonna have its ups and downs. It's gonna have its challenges, and you don't want to do it. Dang, it's raining now. I want to go back to bed. So it definitely was tough. Definitely was tough. But the number one thing I tell everybody is commitment. You got to be committed to it. If you're not committed to it, you're gonna waste your time. And commitment is in everything. It's in marriages. It's in relationships. It's like, hey, baby, I'm about to go to the. I know you just cooked this 5-star meal, but I'm about to go to the strip club and rub on some booty. So it had to be committed to the relationship because you come back that relationship.
That's a hell of a commitment right there.
I swear to God, I was like, huh?
I swear to God, you got me stuck, big dog. Because I'm telling you right now, I know my old lady cook a 5-star meal. I'm just like, hey, man, I'm finna go to Magic City real quick. Oh yeah, I might as well. When I come home, I might as well go ahead and come home saying like, all right, where my stuff at? Because I know I gotta leave.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be committed in everything. And if you go into even a relationship in that mindset, you're not committed. So a lot of, depending on the female, you might come back with your stuff bleached, your car scratched up, or the doors, the locks changed.
Right.
So I think
I might as well walk to the jailhouse myself. I come back like that.
I it ain't fair.
I said he gonna raise hell.
You bleach my shit. I might as well walk to the jailhouse myself.
But no, that's what commitment is number one, and you have to be committed in everything that you do.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, right? So, during this, I've been doing my journey for a while. My shit just it'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that I did, was depriving yourself. But as far as I did it wrong a lot of times. I mean, I got the results I did. Once you get off that regimen, you automatically get that weight back on, right? So a lot of the stuff that I've been looking up in regards to, doing it the right way, of course, good nutrition and all that beautiful shit. But I'm trying to take the numbers off the scale, which is off the weights, right? A lot of the things that I see that goes into putting yourself in a caloric deficit, counting your calories and stuff like that. What is your take on putting yourself in a caloric deficit?
I couldn't hear the question, Todd. What you say?
Yeah,
Eli,
you kind of broke up a little bit at the back end.
Call JBL and get a refund.
Right. I said so. Basically, what I'm getting at, right, is can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so like we look up all these ways to lose weight, get numbers off the scale, inches off the waist, and stuff like that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the most consistent thing that I've seen, and I want to know your take on it, is they always say put your body in a caloric deficit. Count your calories and shit like that. Burning more calories than you push your program. Is that something that's productive?
Hey, you still breaking up real bad,
I
bro.
don't know what it is. It's like we heard everything up until when you got to your question, it started breaking up.
Hey, bro, just
said calories.
Just speed home, bro. Speed home. You will be the first question.
A calorie deficit, yeah. What's your take on calorie deficit?
What's my take on calorie deficit?
Calorie deficit.
So that's important. That's when you kind of want to burn more calories than that you actually consume. So I think that's in me personally, that's important for weight loss anyway. You don't want to eat, let's just say you don't want to eat 2,000, 3,000 worth of calories, and then you're only working out half of that. So you still got that. You still got to work out the stuff that you're already eating. So I tell everybody all the time, like when you work out in the morning, don't eat anything.
Yeah.
So that way you're not working what you just ate. So if you ate, let's say you ate breakfast, Waffle House, and then you go to the gym, you're working off that Waffle House. And then once you work off the Waffle House, then you're working off with the fat that's already established. So versus you just going straight to the gym, now you're just working on the fat that's already established.
So part of that though, right? My question in that regard, let's say you are burning, let's say you put yourself in a caloric deficit.
Uh-huh.
The active calories you're burning, let's say your active calories is, let's say you burnt 1,000 calories, so that's just your active calories.
Uh-huh.
Does that count with your BMI or your BMR, excuse me, your basic metabolic rate. So the calories that you burn just naturally just sitting around, just being alive. Does that does that go into that caloric deficit, or does it have to actually be the active calories that you're burning, like in physical activity?
That actually that go. I mean, it goes in it. It goes with it. It all kind of aligns together actually.
Okay.
So if I burn, so let's say my BMR is, let's say that my BMR is my basic rate is 22 calories, 2,200 calories a day. That's just what I'm gonna burn, and then I actively burn off 1,500 calories. Does that mean I burned 35? Did I lose a pound that day, or
Yep.
does it not work like
Yeah, it actually does. Yeah,
that? Okay.
but the number one thing is the consistency. That's it.
So my question is, does consistency tie into discipline?
Yes.
Like if you go to the gym one day but you like sluggish, so you only go for you don't go for the normal time you usually go. That now you're inconsistent, or is it like you still did something?
No, it's more. It kind of it goes hand in hand. So let's say if you go to the gym 4 days a week, it's tough. You just work a full-time job. You're tired. This is where you're consistent, right? But the discipline comes in the same time. It kind of goes hand in hand. So let's just say I might work my full-time job, right?
Okay.
I'm so tired. I just worked at 8 to 5. Now the discipline comes in is I run as soon as I get off work at 5, I gotta go to the gym. So I do it 3 days, 4. That's the consistent part. Now the discipline comes in is I have to push myself to go. So it goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Okay.
What about the ones that gym rats? Let's say the guys we going to go every day. Uh, is your take on recovery? So this is not vital to have to get the results.
You breaking up again, bro.
I thought it was
I
just me.
said, let's say that the active gym rats, right? Is it
Uh-huh.
vital to get that? Is it vital to get that recovery? If you don't get that recovery, you plateau. Is that something that, like, if I, let's say I'm somebody that goes to the gym every single day, I'm not giving myself the time to rest, and I'm like, I don't see my numbers changing. Is it because I'm not letting my body rest, or is that a thing?
You risk injury. You risk injury. You're more prone to injury if you don't give your body time. Just like to say, you need rest. Your whole body needs rest so you can grow. Your muscles need the same thing. So
So
I don't.
what's a good way to do it? What's a good routine? How often should you?
So I say, well, you got to think about all the body parts that you have and all the body parts that you connect. I say 4 or 5 days, but you got to think, what are you working in the 4 or 5 days? So you can do arms, you can do legs, you can do shoulders, you can do chest, and then cardio, right? And then rest, and then repeat that same cycle again. Or you can
You walking around with chicken legs? You walking around with chicken legs?
top heavy. You ever see strong crackhead? Top heavy? Yeah. You know, you don't want to be a strong crackhead, but you could always break it down. You can do biceps and back. You can do triceps and chest. Or I've trained people where we do one body part a day, where it's like 30 minutes of just biceps, and then we go. And then start 30 minutes of triceps, and then we go. You can break it. It's possible to do 6 days a week, but you have to break it down where your muscles can rest, or it won't grow because you're overworking them.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So what do you do? So what do you do in the aspect of like your workout regimen? Where do you do like upper body one day, lower body the other day, or do you break it down throughout the week? Like, okay, we're gonna do biceps and back Monday, triceps and chest Tuesday, legs Wednesday, core Thursday, cardio Friday, rest Saturday, rinse and repeat on Sunday.
So are you saying what I do or what I do with my clients?
What you do?
So me personally, I'll break it down in arms. I do arms the same day, and then I'll do chest, and then I'll do shoulders. So there's 3 days. So I'll do shoulders, and then I do leg, and then I might rest, and then I'll do biceps and back like that. Like I'm always in there, but I'm always working out something different.
Okay.
That way, it gives my muscles time to rest.
That makes
Okay.
sense. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, but
So
so with that, would you do it like, let's say you do arms on Monday, right? Just
Uh-huh.
hypothetically speaking, you do arms on Monday, you're gonna spin the block and come back and do shoulders on Tuesday, and then back on Wednesday. Is when
Uh-huh.
you do that arms on Monday, by the time you hit Wednesday and you just working back, is that giving that the arms the extra recovery time that it needs?
Typically, yes. Typically, the biceps need 24 to 48 hours to recover. Technically, so when you do back, you're gonna do biceps,
Yeah.
whether you tend to do it or not. But the main target is the back. Is just you're going to work out the biceps, so it's not necessarily damaging or it's going to hurt you. Just like when you do chest, you're going to inadvertently work out your triceps. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you pick it up, you extend your arms, you're going to hit that back muscle. Does not necessarily mean you're going full biceps and tricep like that, but you're going to touch it. It's more like a secondary workout versus the primary. So you still can do it because the primary focus is the back, but you're gonna work out your inadvertently work out your biceps because
Because
just
it just goes hand in hand.
yeah, go hand in hand.
Gotcha.
But it won't hurt you because it's a secondary. You're not focusing like a curl. You won't focus on the biceps. You're gonna inadvertently work it out, but you're not gonna focus on it. Like that blood won't rush through it like it would if you're focusing on
If I'm doing a curl, yeah,
it.
gotcha.
So what about like a injury? Like I know a lot of people say stay off of it or don't try work on it. But what if it's like I work slow or I work less? I still want to, get it in, but I don't want to overdo it. How
Mhm.
does that work?
After an injury,
Mm-hmm.
so you honestly, I tell people all the time, listen to your body. That's the first thing. Like most people, it's like genetics. Most people might recover more or more faster than other people. I always say first things first, listen to your body. Your body will let you know when it's time to come back. And then once you do come back, I say take baby steps. Now don't go in there lifting the Credible Hulk style and you're gonna get right back out. It might even injure yourself worse. I take baby steps, go light, and then work your way up and go heavy. Strengthen that muscle, that whatever you injured, strengthen it back up, and then you'll get back to your. So I'll say 1 or 2 days. Even if you go in the gym and you do 4 days, and you're used to 4 or 5 days. If you coming back from an injury, 1 or 2 days. Like I injured my back, and I don't know if you never know what a back pain feel like. It's
Man,
man, it's a tooth pain and a back pain to make it that. But
boy.
yeah, it ain't no joke. So I remember I started out 5 6 days. I injured my back. And I had to do 1 a days. Then I had to do 2 a days, and I did 2 a days for a good minute till I got that strength in my back. Cause that back pain ain't nothing. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't nothing to play with.
Not at all.
Your legs, your sides, your arms, and you just hurt your back.
yeah,
You got any tips for people that work out but can't lose that gut?
Hmm. Oh yeah. So what I call, man, that's called stubborn fat. So once you doing a basic workout, we don't realize our body gets used to the workout. So that stubborn fat ain't going nowhere. Like if you do the elliptical, you might lose 5 or 10 pounds. You'll lose it, but it won't be long-term loss, if that makes sense. Your body gets used to it. So when your body gets used to it, all right, we do this over there. I can get through this. Here's the thing though. Here's the trick though. If you do the elliptical to lose weight, do the elliptical in a treadmill then the stairs, right? Then switch up, do the elliptical longer and do an ab workout. Now your body doesn't have time to get used to something. So now you almost got to trick your body. It's almost in the mind. You have to trick your body. Don't let your body get too comfortable with the workout. If it gets too comfortable, it's not gonna lose. It's not gonna be long term. You're gonna get used to it, and it's called a muscle memory. Oh, I got this. This is easy right here. But now you're checking your body. And now it's like, oh shit, I'm ready for this one. That's when the stubborn fat loses and everything that you see muscles come in that you never really realized you had. And that's when all that comes in. You have to trick your body. You can't be so consistent with the same workout. You got to switch it up.
So where does the diet come in? 'Cause I know we briefly talked about diet a little bit. So where exactly does that diet fit into the workout regimens and everything?
Diet is 80% of it. And that's where the consistency and the discipline, that's where all that comes in there. I can tell you, hey Justice, I need you to lift this barbell right quick 15 times. You can do it, but what about the behind the scenes? You can't lift that barbell and then go get a cheeseburger and some fries. I ain't gonna lie to you, that sounds good right about now.
Don't it though?
I drew it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I had to play it off, but
First of all, y'all boys should probably go downstairs and heat that red bug from yesterday.
huh?
You said what?
I'm about to go downstairs and heat that red bug.
I can not everybody hungry now. My diet.
Yeah,
We talk about that. We over here talking about eating all the wrong shit.
All the wrong shit.
What's your take on the 80-20?
That's
On the 80-20 rule.
That's 80% of it, man. That's 80. And that's like the hardest part because it's hard to eat right. But I tell people all the time,
eating right is expensive.
Yeah, they might say, well, I love cheesecake. Of course, you can't eat cheesecake when you're trying to lose weight. I don't even tell them to get off of it. If you eat cheesecake 5 days a week, I say cut it down to 3, and then cut it down to 2. You gotta train your body, because realistically, you're not gonna say, all right, I'm gonna lose weight tomorrow. I'm not gonna eat it, and I've been eating every day. You lying to yourself.
right.
Facts.
You gotta train your mind, and then okay, I gotta get off of it, and then eat less, and then eat less, and then eat less. So you gotta eat the best. Go ahead.
Yeah. So just to kind of carry over with that question, right? So you get different advice from different people who are in the health and fitness industry, right? So some people will tell you, eat 2 meals. Some people will tell you eat 5 small portion meals. Some people will tell you to eat 3 small portion meals, but have 2 snacks of like nuts and berries in between. What is your take on what's the actual best diet suited for the person working out, or is it based off the person's body?
Ooh, everybody's different.
So it's based off the person's body and based off the person's actual goal.
Okay.
Right. So if you're gaining muscle, like you said, if you're small and you gain a muscle and you want to just have your muscle sit on it, I'll say eat 5 to 6 small meals a day. All right. If I'm losing, but I still want to tone, you still need that muscle. You still need that protein to actually tone. Right. I'll say eat about 3 or 4 meals a day. And when I say 3 or 4 meals, it's small, not Waffle House, the All-Star Special, none like that. I might say,
hey, don't discredit that All-Star Special. That's my shit.
That All-Star be on point now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We're gonna go to war about that.
Yeah. No, but it's just small portions. Like I'll say grilled chicken, right? Grilled chicken and rice. That might be a portion. And then you can meal prep grilled chicken 3 or 4 times. And then I just have like a mixed vegetable as 1 meal, right? Mm-hmm. And you portion it like that. Now I won't eat no real big meal. 1, I'm not gonna be hungry. 2, what is my muscles actually getting throughout the day? Right. All right. So you want to cut it down into small portions. Now, if you just want to totally lose weight, a lot of people would say, well, I'm just not gonna eat. I know I'm gonna lose weight then. Nah, that's probably the worst thing you could probably do, believe it or not.
It's gonna start storing that shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna store the fat because it don't know when the next meal comes.
Exactly.
So do you tell your clients what's your take on the 80-20 rule though? So like 80% of the time if you eat clean, 20% of the time you can eat those foods that you like to eat. Like you can't
I do tell them that, but it also depends on your body type. And the genetics, because certain people can just work it out and you won't even tell they had a cheat meal. Some people, they can eat a slice of pizza and you can tell the next 2 days.
Difference, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I always tell them, depending on who they are, the body type, the genetics is also important because it's like your recovery, your metabolism, all that kind of comes into play.
It's
So how
crazy.
accurate are those body tests? Because like you got a lot of the things that the quickest things that they always show you on these apps and stuff is like take the body quiz and see what your body type is. But that to me personally, I don't feel like that shit's accurate because it's like I can answer questions and be like, uh, uh, yeah, I gain weight quicker or I lose fast quicker, whatever the case is. But like when it comes to like you keep saying genetics, even so much as your blood type, like shit like that factors in. So how can somebody actually find? My question is, how can somebody actually accurately find what is their body type? Like I know they have
I
the endomorph, the metamorph, and all that shit, but how do you know exactly what your body type is?
I know honestly, I think somebody just asked me that question the other day. Honestly, we'll go to the actual doctor. These apps is not really accurate because you can kind of manipulate it. You know, I actually go to the actual doctor because they have the actual equipment to actually measure all that. Versus an app, when you're measuring, like I might say I'm 230, you know, but not knowing my weight, I'm guessing. So based off your guessing, it's gonna give you the numbers that you put in.
Yeah.
And it might be totally off. But when you go to a doctor's office, everything's being measured, weighed in front of your eyes, so you can actually see. So I don't really take the feeling, honestly.
So, I actually got a question for you because I just want to know your personal take on this. Because a lot of people will ask me, they'll be like, "Yo, what do you do in the aspect of like your core workout? What
Uh
do you
huh.
do for your abs?" And I say, unless you're looking for the 6 8 pack or whatever. I don't work abs. I personally don't
Uh
work abs. I don't go into the gym with a mindset of I'm gonna do core today because I personally feel like your core is your base off rip.
hmm
So no matter what workout you do, whether you work in legs, chest, shoulders, arms, regardless, it all comes from your core.
hmm
That being said, I say if you have proper form, proper technique, and then you're using the proper weights, your core is naturally tightening itself up when you're doing that.
hmm
So my question is what is your take on a core workout?
So like I think just to reiterate what you just said, even if you do legs, you're gonna do core. Um, you're gonna touch a core, no matter what you do, right? So it's three different parts of the ab. You got the top, the middle, the obliques, and the
Mm-hmm.
bottom. So you have to hit, even though you're gonna intervally work out, especially if you do legs, the core. Now you have to target those 3 or 4 areas of the core. So you gotta just analyze and really dig deep into it to really get the movement and the actual form of it. So you can actually, I feel like you can actually touch abs more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do that. Just, roll out of bed and just get a little, get a little crunches in.
Gotcha. So,
Mm-hmm.
so my question for you is like, I'm one of those people who I don't mind doing things cardio related. So like, I'll play basketball or, I'll go out there and play flag football or whatever the situation may be. But I don't like excessive cardio, right? But my thing is, I want weight loss. And I've even tried picking up boxing, playing adult basketball leagues and stuff like that. If they're not,
Mhm.
if the person's not willing to do, I guess those things I listed like basketball or football or boxing or whatever. What's a good alternative for someone who isn't necessarily into cardio or into like any kind of wind breaking exercises to actually drop that weight?
So if you want to drop the weight, you got to make some type of sacrifice.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily magic. You got to work. So it's a difference between cardio and it's a difference between not what I call, but it's called hit training. Hit training is basically high intensity cardio, and you got the you got the elliptical treadmill and you got the stair climbing. That's called steady state cardio,
Okay.
where that's the one you're going to lose weight, but you're going to lose weight short term because it's steady state cardio. You're going to get used to it. Versus high intensity cardio, it's the basketball full court, it's the football, it's the run of the routes, it's the boxing. That's high intensity because high intensity is when you think you're about to throw up. or you about to tap out, or you have to say a couple prayers to get through the workout, that's the high intensity part.
Hmm.
And that's where you see the most results because it's high intensity. The more intense your workouts are, the more benefit and the results you'll see at the long run.
So what's
Absolutely. Now my take on that. My take on that. Once again, I'm not a personal trainer. That's the personal trainer right there.
Uh-huh.
My take on it is for people that don't like cardio,
Hmm.
I say that go to the gym. You don't like cardio, well, it's fine. I mean, I get it. I understand why you don't like cardio. Cardio is like that is a dreadful workout. However,
Hmm.
uh, the most important muscle in your body is your heart. Like your heart, literally, that pumps the blood through your body, and then
Hmm.
your heart is what keeps us alive. If your heart
Hmm.
not beating, something wrong. So why would you not want to strengthen that muscle? Why would you not want that muscle itself to be as strong as it possibly can be? So
Not only that, like
I do the I do the treadmill, I do the bike, and then SB, Mike, Eli, y'all know I've told y'all there's some days where I take my cardio and I go to the basketball court and I'll run up and down the court for 45 minutes to an hour by my damn self.
Hmm.
yeah,
Run up the court and do what I got to do because I feel like I know like no matter what, my heart is that is the strong that has to be my strong muscle. Like I can't anticipate going to the gym and getting a full workout in and feeling good if my heart is not strong and ready for it.
Hmm.
yeah.
Sucks.
so
Yeah,
what's
I
your
guess I'll
That's
piggyback on that.
people that do like fasting, like 12 to 16 hour fasting, and then they eat within that time period that they can, or that they're not fasting. What is your take? Is that like a certain body type that can do that, or is that just commitment? Does that fit you?
One, that's commitment. Two, I did intermediate fasting where it's like about six different intermediate fasts that you can actually do. It's the
Mhm.
eight, it's the 24-hour ones, which I don't really recommend, but it's the warrior diet where you just eat one big meal. That was it. It's the
I'm on
what is
that
it?
right
Eight,
now, actually.
yeah, it's the
Mm-hmm.
eight, 8 hours and then fast 16 hours.
Hmm.
So,
You got 8, 16, you got 12,
mhm.
12, 4, 16, 4, 12, 8, some shit like that. And then
Mhm.
you got the 20 off, 4 hours on. So
Yeah.
those are
So
those.
what I would say to that is it definitely works. It definitely works. I've tried the warrior diet and the 24-hour one. But it takes commitment. It takes commitment. I promise you this. Once you take the food away, I promise it's like you got a bloodhound nose. You just smell food down the street. Like, damn, I smell this rib. This smell.
Man,
I want some.
That leads into my
man.
next question is
If
okay. So even though you're fasting and you only eat for, let's say, 4 hours, you still have to eat
Mhm.
correct. You can't just eat like shit, right?
It messes up the whole thing if you can't just
Yeah.
eat what you want for the 4 hours just because you're not eating the rest of the time. You still got to eat correctly, depending on your body goal. Now, I always say if you're trying to tone or build muscle, protein is the number one thing that you should focus on, which is the salmon is number one thing as far as that's my number one food. So I'm not sure if you guys like seafood, but salmon, tilapia, grilled chicken. I like eggs, boiled eggs. Just that's a good source of protein. So if you're not eating all day, you have to pack it in those 4 hours. So it has to be a lot of protein, a lot of nutrients, a lot of magnesium, it has a lot of zinc, all this in that food. You have to pack it in. So it's very important while you're fasting to eat correctly so you can get all the nutrients because you're not getting because you're not eating all day. So it's
Yeah.
very important to pack up in the 4 hours that you're eating.
So
Yeah.
what about the liquid intake, right? So I do know from previous encounters with other trainers, they tell you not to drink a lot of water, right? But
Hmm.
what's a good substitute or what's a good add on to include into your liquid diet because we can't oversaturate ourselves with water.
Hmm. Well, you got to think water makes you full, right? And then you got the water weight. They always say the water weight. I tried what is it, body armor?
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand that it has coconut oil in there, which I don't know if you know have research about the coconut water, not oil, but coconut water. That's pretty healthy for you. Um,
The
and it's in
vitamin
like
water is pretty good too.
yeah, vitamin
Mm-hmm.
water, the body armor. You can throw Power and Gatorade in it. You know what I'm saying? It's those type of you have to do water. Water is essential. You know what I'm saying? But not I might drink a gallon in the morning, a gallon. Yeah, that's I think yeah, because you're gonna feel it. It's gonna like water weight. You get too full and you're not gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
pretty
that's
much been my issue too.
yeah.
I got two questions though. First question, right? Let's say it's back to the intermediate fasting tip. So let's
Mhm.
say currently right now, I cheated yesterday, but currently right now I'm on all fluid. So I'm taking like smoothies. You know what I'm saying? Just all liquids. I'm basically doing a liquid diet. Then I'll do one meal, and that's around dinner time. Um, During that quote unquote fasting phase, doing these liquids and stuff like that, protein shakes and smoothies and like that breaks the fast, or is that still? I mean, what's the benefits in that regards? Because I'm not eating actual solid foods throughout the
Mhm.
day.
So the protein is just a meal supplement anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't count as food. It's just a meal replacement. So it doesn't. It still will help you get like replace the food because it still has a lot of the protein shakes have the same ingredients as the food does, depending on what you're eating. So that's
Mm,
still it benefits you. I think I did a lot of fasting where it was just liquid, and all I had was smoothies and protein,
mm.
right? So no, you still, you know, it still benefits you. It's just if you're just starting, I don't know how long have you been on it?
For my juicing thing,
Uh-huh.
I've been doing the juice for the month of April so far.
So okay, cool. Only thing I would say it just makes you 10, 20 times hungry. I know you said you cheated yesterday, so it's just like it just go ahead.
So the only times that I really get hungry like that, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like so like for the most part, if I'm not as active throughout the, which I'm damn near active every day, but like let's say I do like a curry, because I turn everything into a hit workout. Anything I'm doing in the gym turns into a hit workout, and it's for the fact of I don't do no breaks. Like I can do so much stuff in 30 minutes, it blow your fucking mind. But
Mm-hmm.
those like the days that I'm doing leg workouts, right, let's say I'll come in there, I'll do some deadlifts, some squats lunges. So I'm hitting the ring around that motherfucker. Those would be the
Mm-hmm.
days where it's like come around 11 o'clock, like I'm ready to go motherfucking bite a cow. You know what I'm saying? Those would be the days that's really hard. But
Mo, what are you doing?
for the most part, though, I'm able
What
to,
is
like I said, I'll just drink a smoothie. I'll juice, and I'm still getting calories put in my body, but it's not nothing, no solid foods. Everything is just straight liquids.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still benefit. Like it's still very, very beneficial. Like the more intense your workout are, the more you're gonna crave something to put back in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just your body. That's just the mindset of the body. It really is just oh I'm down there killed myself today. Now I want some steak, right? So that's just the nature of the beast. But like I said, you spread those supplements out, and then you add fruit, and you'll still get the nutrients. You'll still feel full, right? So you just have to space it out. If I work out in the middle of the day, then I have to make sure I have one before, and then I have one out. Then I have water throughout, but then I have my body armor, whatever I decide what liquid I want. I space it out based off my workout. So
So, and then my last question,
do you?
or
Oh, go
my
ahead.
next question in that regards, what is your take on supplements? So, like, we always got these stacks where it's like got the fat burner, the thermogenics, got all that bullshit, and it just seems like that shit really don't. You don't really do nothing but lose water weight. Is there a good, actual, legit stack out there that people can take, or is it just like, nah, don't fuck with it, do it the natural way?
I mean, I think that's a good ass question, man. And I think I just someone asked me this the other day as well. Supplements are only there to help you get to the goal, right?
Mm,
Does not mean it's needed. You can get to the goal natural, just drinking, eating right. You can get to your goal by doing natural. Now, supplementation is only there to help.
okay.
However, let's just say GNC. GNC, you're basically just paying for the name.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the same stuff Walmart has, Vitamin Shop has, GNC has. But you
Yeah.
notice GNC's prices are like, damn, I can wait till I
For
get
the
paid off.
motherfucking room.
Yeah.
Oh, time. Oh,
But
time for real.
basically, you're just paying for the names. I think a celebrity or a bodybuilder might make a brand and then boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So I always tell everybody research, read before. I might, even to this day, I might go on GNC or Vitamin Shop and just pull up my phone and just Google what do
Yeah.
you have in it? Am I paying for the name or is it what my it is in line with the goals that I want to accomplish? Or basically just a watermelon flavor. I'm just paying for some Fanta and it just got a
Yeah.
nice little pretty little label on it, basically.
Yeah.
So it has to align with what you want to do. I take a whey protein, right? It's a thing called glutamine that helps muscle recovery. I take glutamine. So I take supplements too, but I always tell you to read research. Don't put nothing in your body that you don't know about. Don't put nothing in your body that you might put in, but it might work for you, but it might not work for me.
Right.
So I would say research, research, research. Supplementation is beneficial. You just have to know where to go, which is I go to Walmart, to be honest,
Yeah.
the vitamin shop. I do go in GNC, but I don't want people to go in GNC to thinking, oh, GNC is real, everything else is a knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's not. It is not.
So, what would you say is the? Oh, actually, Mike, you had questions before me. You go ahead.
Do you think that there are different health benefits and issues between like races and genetics? Like, does that
Genetic.
also play a factor into? Say again.
So what I heard genetics. What was the first one?
Race.
Race.
Race. So like, are there different? I guess do we have to do different workouts or work out harder, or is it the same? It's like just body types.
It's just body types. It's just body types. As far as the race, it doesn't really matter. Um, you could be Hispanic, you could be Caucasian, you could be black, you can still get big. You know what I'm saying? The genetics makes a difference because it just makes it how you can recover. You know how you can recover your metabolism, or people might can just do an intense workout and come back again Tuesday and do an intense workout, and then Wednesday. But you might can do an intense workout on Monday, but might need a break on Tuesday. It's just to genetics. Some people, if you look at the athletes now, some people are just a freak of nature. Some people could just do stuff that other people can't do, and that's just the genetics. Some people could just dunk from mid court. Me, I might need a ladder and somebody to push me up, to get to that point. But yeah, as far as race, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. As long as you got that commitment, consistency, and discipline, then that's all that matters.
So I got a combo question for you. My first one is the idea behind smoothies, right? You got the Smoothie Kings and the Planet Smoothies and so on and so forth. Do you recommend going to those places even though they serve like protein options for the smoothies, or would you recommend doing them more so at home?
I recommend you doing it at home. I do go to Smoothie King, get plenty of smoothies too when I'm out. I want to be realistic and not a hypocrite. I say it's better to do it at home because you see what's in it, right?
Right.
You put whatever you want in the blender. If you buy it, yeah, I might say that it's a strawberry walk, and I might put this in there, but is it in there? You know,
Right.
Right.
so it says it on the receipt, but is it in there? Versus at home, you're putting it in there, you're scooping in there, and you know everything that you put in your smoothie because it's in front of you.
Right.
Yeah, Smoothie King, I think has more sugar than anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that taste is a lot better. Plain smoothie and tropical smoothie has no sugar, so I think it's better for you. The taste might be a little off, but
Yeah. All right. Well, so the next portion is right. So I mean, I work in the industry, right? So I'm around food all day. Um, And a lot of times I think just eating chicken is part of that good protein intake. But of course, there's factors like grease and fried foods and all that other stuff. But recently I've been eating more grilled food at of course at the spot. But do you think that specific type of grilled chicken is the chicken that needs to fit into the diet, or is there another way that it needs to be fixed? Even as far as like meal prep.
There's no grilled chicken is I don't want to say grilled chicken is grilled chicken. There's different types, different brands, different distributors, but grilled chicken is beneficial to you. You're right. But you still got the marinade that goes on it. You still want to make sure that all that and calorie intake goes on it. But grilled chicken is good. I might put a grilled chicken with some vegetables, or even at the spot I might do grilled chicken and the superfood or something like that, or just switch it up a little bit. As
Okay.
long as my body is getting used to grilled and some vegetables, right? Not just you might switch it up and be like grilled, or I might be like grilling broccoli or grilling superfood, or grilled by itself, right? Because you got to think, grilled has more protein, less fat. Fried has this protein in it as well, but more fat, right? But then you encounter the oil. You might encounter more issue down the line because it takes a lot more, to cook the fried.
So I guess my final question for you is, man. Overall, since you started your journey with health and fitness, what has been the most prominent thing you've noticed about yourself, or even just the change in your life? Like, has anything like really happened, or made you feel like I really got somewhere, accomplished something with what I set forth for myself years ago?
Man, that's a good question, man. Honestly, I started it not knowing, you know, what's going to come. You know what I'm saying? I always take risks and take chances. So when it started, and I got it legalized, I got an LLC, got your license and everything that goes with it. I didn't know the benefit. Of course, you get paid for a session and monthly and all that, but the benefit that kind of changed me personally is helping people. When they call you after the session and say, "Man, you're the best trainer, man. You do this. I do this. I help. You help me do this. You help me with confidence, or you did this, or you see the before and after stuff I post." It's more like that's more beneficial. I don't know if y'all believe me, but that's more beneficial than the actual money, because this is like I help somebody with the tool
Yeah.
to go on. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
had somebody who it was a big guy who lost 6 pounds. Been working with me a month, 6 pounds. You might like if you talk to him, you'd be like he lost 50 pounds. It was more like it was more like the confidence that he had going forward. It was more the stuff that I said to him throughout the month that stuck with him. The workouts that I gave him when he wasn't in the gym. Um, you know, the confidence that when you're male, you don't really like to say, "Hey, I'm depressed," because it
Yeah.
shows signs of weakness. But I told him, man, I
Mm-hmm.
was depressed. I was depressed all day. I have cried or
Yeah.
two. When you open yourself out to people and then they realize, oh snap, dude, he cried. Well, he told me that. He said it out loud. Yeah. And so it's just helping people, man, and the benefits that I didn't even know that I can contribute to somebody else. And I have been. So that keeps me going. That motivates me.
That's a
Absolutely.
thing in itself though. Like when the depression shit, right? So like I've been a big boy in my life, you feel me? So like some body frames are just gonna be what they are. You know what I mean? No matter
Hmm.
how much work you put. Like I lost 70 pounds at one point in time. And my body structure is still, somewhat I was a lot more, leaner in a way, but I was still a stocky person. But what some factors that do, like when you do put yourself stressing over that shit, stressing over the numbers, stressing over the weight, like you releasing certain chemicals. I can't remember what it's called, but you're releasing shit, and that can make even make you gain weight, right? So
Hmm.
like
Right.
if you're stressing over chasing the numbers, and your body reacts to that shit, and it starts releasing it, and then you'll start you can basically hurt yourself regardless of all the working that you're doing. You like, damn, I'm plateauing. Like you have to. It's a mental thing. Like you gotta mentally first put yourself into a mindset of what your goal is, and even don't even really go for chasing numbers. You can lean out, look good, look fit, all that stuff, and your numbers might not change. You're toned up. Like one of the things that I had to put myself and learn to is stop watching the scale. I watch it a lot now because especially during PRT season. PRT season is always the most stressful time of my life. Every fucking time I've been in shape, regardless of how like in shape I can work out all day long, eat good, whatever. I'm always gonna be sweating when it comes around PRT season because just because of my body type, I'm a stocky dude. You know what I'm saying? But that don't I can always pass the PRT. The PRT is easy. It's the weigh-ins and the BCAs. But you start stressing, you start doing all this extra shit. And it's like that's probably the only time I'm really stressing throughout the year in regards to like fitness goals. But that shit hurts though. Like just I said all that to say when you're if you're somebody that actually has the time to do it and be patient enough to do it, just be patient with yourself. Um, it's a slow process, but be consistent. And you'll be straight, man. Straight.
Yeah, I think you know what I say all the time. It's a lot of personal trainers out there. Like there's a lot of personal trainers. So I always tell myself before I got in it, just to pick it back off your question, Justice, is what makes me different than the next person training. Everybody wants to either be small or be big to be small. What makes me different? Like what makes me different? Like I don't know. I didn't tell you how I do it. So I do it out of Planet Fitness. So I'm like a mobile trainer. So I come to you and I don't train. I train the body, but I also train the mind. I don't train you to look at the scale because not knowing fat weighs more than muscle weighs more than fat. So you might be looking like this, but like I want to lose weight, but you look good. So I always tell I remember the first thing, the indication why I wanted to actually start this journey is because I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. Not how much I weighed, I didn't like what I saw. So that's kind of how I train. Like I train you to build the confidence first. Don't even worry about the scale. Yeah, we'll weigh our scale just to see if we make some progress. But I always tell them, how do you feel? Oh man, I feel good after this workout. I don't even some of my clients don't even care how much they weigh.
Yeah.
It's the mindset of I feel great. Now I can build off this journey because I feel like a new person.
Yeah.
We don't weigh ourselves every week because it's like now we're dependent on the numbers. Now we're dependent on, damn, I only lost a pound, so now my whole journey is off. I failed. I don't even look at the numbers. I look at, damn, you got through this workout. Hey, that's good, man. Hey, remember you couldn't lift this before? Now you can lift it. Now we're making some progress. Hey, man, you remember how we ran that mile? Now you can run a mile and a half, and now you ain't even sweating that much. That's how I, build my differences between. First of all, never look at another personal trainer and build it, but you always want to make sure, well, how am I different? What am I different? Just like if you're a comedian, everybody can tell jokes. What makes you look at me? If I got 10 comedians, yeah. What if I got 10 comedians with a microphone? Why would you look at me and pay attention to me? So that's why you kind of have to think outside the box a little bit.
I'll tell you what, there's never been there's been times where I've been like, man, I should have went to the gym today. And I might have got lazy or whatever. I didn't go. But I can tell you every single fucking time that I go to the gym, I never walk out of the gym there like, damn, I shouldn't have worked out today. Like every fucking time I walk out, it's like, regardless of what I did, how hard I worked out, like, damn, I feel great. I'm happy. I'm happy I went. So,
Hell
I never
yeah.
heard of it.
Even on the days where I know like I'm in the gym and I don't even feel good about being in the gym, like that's like it's one of my off days. Once I've
But when
completed the
you
workout,
done,
I walk out and be like, man, but I went and I feel good today.
Yeah.
Went to
Yeah.
the
I
office
feel
today,
good
kind of
today.
game.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think after I told y'all a while ago, man, that whole basketball thing, I was like, man, I'm gonna go back, get on the team, and all that stuff. And I started doing it. Like that first game, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy, I ain't work out or nothing. I went straight out there, started running. I was like, man, shit, I'm winded. Can't get past first quarter. Ran up and down the court 3 times. This ain't it. Went back.
Oh, that's
I felt good the next game. Felt better the next game. Felt better the next game. Just like Derek was saying, the hit training, man. I didn't realize how powerful it could actually be, but it worked out. I've been dropping weight since I started at Chick-fil-A and everything, and it's like, yo, I see a difference in myself between
No.
couple months ago, and now I'm probably dropped like 20 pounds, 20, 30 pounds, something like that, which is good for me. Wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
tell, but me being 270 versus me being 240 now is completely different. So
But
Hell
but
yeah.
then you look at it, that's your personal goal. Like you said, we want to know the weight, but you know the progress, just you running up and down the court and how, damn, I can do it this game. Game two, I'm better. Game three, I'm even more better.
So,
So you're not really focusing on the weight. The weight is just the cherry on top. But the progress is that what keeps you going. The journey is what keeps you going. The consistency and the discipline is what keeps you going. And that's what I'm saying. Like the weight is a cherry on top. Don't get me wrong. You gonna glance down at the weight, but it's just the progress, the little things. Damn, I can shoot a three that I couldn't shoot a three before. Damn, I can now dunk on these niggas, I couldn't dunk before. So it's like that's your everybody has their own personal goal and own personal,
Don't 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 hype SB up. He just out there for cardio. He's not really doing nothing.
man, I've been enjoying hooping, man. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, man. Hey, to be honest though, this is one of the episodes we kind of needed. Definitely want to have you back again,
absolutely.
Derek. Because a lot of times I know, just speaking to some people that watch our podcast and everything, man, they definitely want to see a lot more health and fitness. So along your journey, I want to bring you back on and share some more information, share some more gems, of course. And it seems like out of everybody, like I said before we got to this episode, I know Eli gonna have more questions than everybody, and I was right. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, we can definitely use some more of this, man, because all of us have already talked about our personal journeys, what we look forward to doing, moving forward and all that. So this is definitely a good light to shine on, especially considering we needed that. So yeah, man, we definitely appreciate you for coming, man.
Yes,
No
sir. Yes,
problem.
sir.
One thing, man, just remember everything's positive, man. Just stay with positivity and remember each your personal goals, and everybody has their own personal goals and where they want to reach to. Uh, just take small baby steps, man. Once you take the ball, small baby step, you're gonna reach. It's not gonna be overnight. It's not gonna be next week. It's gonna be next month, but it's gonna over time, man. Just don't give up. Discipline. Stay consistent. And no matter whatever you do, man, it's always gonna happen at the end of the day.
Right.
You ain't lying.
Sir.
From personal experience, I know it happens in a blink of an eye. Like one
Yep.
day you like, damn, I don't see results. You give it a few months before you know, you just gonna look and be like, God damn, what the fuck? Where all this?
Listen, you're gonna do a double take at the mirror, and you're gonna come back. It's like,
This nigga here, hey, you better not fuck with me. What's up?
All right, man.
All
Well,
good.
with that being said, man,
Great
again,
episode.
man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Help us push these videos out into the algorithm, man. Again, my name is Justice. My social media tag is at the bottom, and also I put Derek's Instagram at the bottom of the description as well. So if y'all want to reach out to him, get us some sessions, get a personal trainer, man, this is a guy to go to. Make sure y'all click that link down there, get at him, talk to him, ask questions, whatever y'all need to do, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let y'all
Absolutely.
report.
Like SB said, man,
Well,
like, subscribe, share, man, get us in that algorithm, man. This was a different avenue for us, a different route that we took with our episodes, but this was a great avenue that we took for our episode. Uh, Derek, man, appreciate you for coming in, dropping your gems, man. That was dope. That was dope of you, man.
man,
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Not SB, fucking Eli and Mike. Y'all got your closers?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like they said, man, appreciate you coming on, dropping them gems. There's definitely a lot of fruit there. No pun intended. But listeners got it. Check out, check us out. That's all I got. I do got a question for you once you go offline real quick though. But I got questions for days when it comes to fitness. And I love that shit. So I
Yeah.
got something for you when we get offline. Like,
y'all know my closing. If you don't like us, fuck you. If you don't subscribe, fuck you. And if you don't watch, fuck you.
Such a positive episode, and he brings this shit.
Hey man, it's
I'm
me.
trying to tell you, man.
I'm
God.
bullshit. I'm
One day,
always.
Mike.
But I do need to say,
You come in this
Right.
motherfucker, you be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah. It's just Mike,
I
man.
don't know
That's what he
that
do.
is.
That's what he do, man. Derek, you
but
got.
nah, look, man, we
Go ahead,
got
Mike.
some
Go ahead,
very
Mike.
special
Go ahead.
episodes coming up. We got some very special episodes coming up. The fellas already know. Go follow Power 357 on Instagram, and y'all gonna see us blowing up pretty quickly on. You know, get on a train or
Absolutely.
get hit by it.
That's facts, man.
I
Well,
like that. Get on the train or get hit by the train. I like that.
all right, man. Well, Derek, you got any closing remarks? You want to throw any other tags out there? Anything?
Yeah, man. Definitely gonna get on the train, man. I ain't gonna get hit by no train. So definitely getting on the train. This is I think my first podcast, man, and y'all do y'all thing, man. Y'all do y'all thing. Keep great questions coming in. Hey man, I know I'm gonna spread the word on my end. So hey man, appreciate y'all for having me. I'm definitely gonna come back, share more stuff and anything I me. Hey man, just appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes,
Absolutely,
sir.
man.
Absolutely, man.
Well, with
Appreciate
Hey,
you for
appreciate
stopping
you
by, man.
all right, man. Well, with that being said, man, I hope everybody enjoy the rest of their Sunday, man. Enjoy that weekend. Get ready for the next week. But until then, man, deuces.